Hi students, let's read this poem. La Belle Dame sans Merci. Did you understand anything from the title? It's not English, it is French. This phrase means the lady without any mercy. This poem is written by John Keats. John Keats is a very famous British writer. He belonged to the second generation of romantic poets. Other poets who were famous during his time were Byron and Shelley. You might have heard these names and learned their poems in your school or in your intermediate. John Keats was born in 1795 and he died in 1821 at a very young age, around 25 years old when he passed away. His poems are all very famous, very interesting to read. This poem is about a lady love who is without any mercy. So this is written in a form of conversation between the narrator, the poet, and a knight at arms. Knight at arms means soldier. So the knight at arms should be very brave, but then he is seen ailing, he is seen very sad, very troubled, in distress. So the narrator goes and asks him, what is bothering you so much? Why are you so sad? Why are you so troubled? So the first two stanzas goes questioning the knight, and then he tells the reason for his sadness, for his distress. So let me read the first stanza. Or what can ail thee, knight at arms, alone and palely loitering? The sedge has withered from the lake and no birds sing. So the narrator is asking, the poet is asking, what can ail thee? What can make you so sad, oh knight at arms? Why are you so lonely? Why are you loitering, walking here and there without any direction? Why are you so pale? You don't look happy at all. You look very sad. So what is bothering you so much? What is troubling you so much? The sedge has withered from the lake and no birds sing. So the season is also replicating the emotion of the knight at arms. So the nature also looks very dull. The place where he is sitting, there is a lake and there is no green grass left over there. The bird is also silent. Bird is not singing any song. So his sorrow, his sadness is reflected in the nature. It is winter season. Usually in literature, winter reflects solitude, loneliness, sorrow, and everything related to sadness. So from the first stanza, we understand that the knight at arms, that is the soldier, very brave, very valorized soldier, is grieving, and we have to find out the reason for his grief. Next stanza. Oh, what can ail thee, knight at arms, so haggard and so woe-begone? The squirrel's granary is full and the harvest is done. Again, he wants an answer. The poet wants an answer. So he asks the knight at arms, so why are you so sad? Again, he is asking. He didn't get any answer after asking those questions. So again, he goes to the knight at arms and he is asking, why are you tired? Why are you miserable in appearance? And again he refers to the season. Squirrel is done with collecting its grains. Harvest is also done. So we are all prepared for winter. Winter is a season of dullness, loneliness, coldness and grief. But why are you grieving even before the winter has arrived? Stanza 3. I see a lily on thy brow with anguish moist and fever dew, and on thy cheeks a fading rose, fast withered too. So I can see a lily on his brow. That means his face is without any color and it is pale like a white lily. There is no color, no blood, no happiness, no warmth. He is very sad, very pale. You can see sweat on his forehead. He is going through pain. And these lines also say that he has fever dews on his face, which means he is feverish, and that's why he is sweating. And on thy cheeks a fading rose fast withered too. So his cheeks look like a withered rose. The rose is not bright, the rose is also dull, already dry. So a poet is talking and raising a lot of questions to the knight at arms. So in the coming stanza, knight at arms will tell his story and also the reason behind his condition, his feverish condition. Why is he so lost? Why is he in pain? Why is he so sad? I met a lady in the meads, full beautiful, a fairy's child. She is the reason of my pain. Her hair was long, her foot was light, and her eyes were wild. So it seems he met a lady love. She is very beautiful. She looked like an angel. Her hair was very long, very pretty. Her foot was light, and her eyes wild eyes. So he was very much attracted by that lady, and after meeting that lady, the knight at arms falls in love with her. I made a garland for her head and bracelets too and fragrant zone, and looked at me as she did love and made sweet moan. So he expressed his love by giving her a lot of gifts. As a token of his love, he gives her a garland for her head made of beautiful intertwined flowers. He also gifted her bracelets. But then she also reciprocated his love. She looked at me as she did love and made a sweet moan. I sat her on my pacing steed. So in those days they didn't have bike and all. So he took her on a horse and nothing else saw all day long. So all day long they went from places to places enjoying together. For sidelong would she bend and sing a fairy song. She looked very happy. She sang songs out of happiness. A fairy song. She found me roots of relish sweet and honey wild and manna dew. So she was very happy. She prepared a lot of things. She gifted him a lot of tasty food to eat. And sure in languid strains she said, I love thee true. And she said that she also loved him a lot. She also loved him truly. She took me to her elfin grot, and there she wept and sighed full sore, and there I shut her wild eyes with kisses four. So the lady took him to a cave, to a fairy's cave, that is elfin grot, and there she started crying, but the knight was not able to identify the reason why she was crying. So maybe it is a way of expressing her love. The knight at arms then kissed her to console her. He kissed on her wild eyes and shut them up so that she may sleep. And there she lulled me sleep, and there I dreamt, ah woe betide, the latest dream I ever dreamt on the cold hillside. So they sleep, and the dream that he saw, he is talking about that particular dream. It was not a kind of fantasy, beautiful dream. They were happy, they were enjoying each other's company, but then the dream did not look so colorful, the dream did not look so beautiful. It was a kind of a pale dream. So why is it pale? In the dream, there were so many people, kings, princes, warriors, and all coming and talking to the king. They all warned him that this lady is not a kind of innocent lady as you think. So she is the reason for our situation. We have all turned pale and dead-like. We are all dead-like because of that lady without any mercy. So you have to be careful. Our dreadful fate is because of this lady. Seeing their starved lips, which were altogether warning him, the knight at arms wakes up at once and finds him alone on a cold hillside. So, looking at the people over there in the dream, he understands that they are all victims of her love. They are still yearning for her love, but then she has gone somewhere. So, after waking up from the sleep, from the dream, the knight at arms also find that he is also alone on the cold hillside. So the lady has vanished, the lady is not there, and this is why I sojourn here, alone and palely loitering. Though the sedge is withered from the lake and no bird sings. So I haven't come out of that bad incident, of that sad incident indeed. So that is the reason why I am here on this cold hillside. This is the place where she left me alone. So I come here, I am wandering here all alone. There is no grass beside the lake, and you can't find any birds singing here. The nature reflects my miserable condition. My face is pale, the nature also looks pale. There is no happiness in me, there is no happiness in nature also. The winter season reflects my pain. So, from this poem, we need to try to understand that love is short-lived. The joy that love presents is short, but then suffering is forever. But here, it is the beauty which captivated the attention of that knight at arms. It was not real love, but the attraction from the beauty of that lady without mercy. And that is why he was made to suffer. His love failed. So that is all about the poem La Belle Dame sans Merci, written by John Keats. Thank you, students. Thank you for listening.